About the Jim Harbaugh stuff, I think this is a home run hire for the Chargers. I think this is a home run hire in many different ways. Number one, the Falcons were calling him back for a second interview. So the Chargers were like, yeah. We're going to get this deal done because the Falcons were going to hire him if they didn't hire him. And I think I've said this before. I think Jim Harbaugh is one of the best football coaches on this planet. That's my opinion. Because of what he's done in college and in the NFL. It's hard to do that, to win at both levels, to coach the NCAA, to deal with all that BS, and to win a national championship. Be one of the one of the more better teams in the country. And then prior to that, he's in the NFL. Prior to that, he rebuilt Stanford. But we're just talking about in the NFL, multiple NFC championship games. Got to a Super Bowl, lost to his brother, like all the success he's had, the record he had in the league. The Chargers, to me, if I'm Jim, this was the obvious job. That's why I picked the Chargers, because why not? If I'm Jim and I know I have a short window, why not go to the situation with the best quarterback? I'm going right to Herbert because I see what my brother John's doing with the Ravens and the success he's having with Lamar, the MVP of the league. Like, if I'm Jim, I'm like, I want Justin Herbert, even if the rest of the situation, guys, and everyone told me, Jeff, he's not going to go to LA. That situation, the cap, they're like 40, 50 million over the cap. Guys, Justin Herbert, 2 words. That's why he's in LA. That's why he's interested. And you know why? LA probably promised him, hey, we're going to get your boy to be the GM as well. So go get somebody you're comfortable with to run this thing. It makes sense, Lucas. It's great.
He has the help with that factor. And the thing that's so underrated about Jim Harbaugh is how much of an organizer he is as a head coach, where he can just tighten up everything. Like Michigan for so many years, it was like they had the guys, but they just needed to tighten up overall as a program. The Chargers have dudes everywhere, but it's just like with the untimely penalties, just you could see they were not a unit. Jim Harbaugh will go in there and turn them into a unit. Not only does his GM have a great idea of who's coming out of college, but Jim Harbaugh was just the national championship head coach, and he played and had to coach against the best talent coming out of college football. So he knows, like, hey, he's looking at the Chargers roster. He sees a hole. He's like, you know what? I just coached against a guy who would be really good to go up against that and draft him. They have a chance with the Chiefs kind of being at a little bit of downgrade right now because, I think the Chiefs will get better on the offensive side of the ball, but time is only a factor on Travis Kelce. I'm sorry. You can kind of see that he's still an elite player, but there's going to be a matter of time till he starts to drop off, and that's been Mahomes' number one guy. It looks like that's going to turn into Rashee Rice, but Travis Kelce is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, so the Chiefs offensively are going to be vulnerable. Jim Harbaugh is a defensive wizard. When he was in San Francisco, one of the scariest defenses I've ever seen in my lifetime. So if you can bring that, especially when you have Derwin James in the back end, they're going to be turning up. They're going to be making plays, and I think they're going to be a legitimate contender right away, in my opinion. I think it would be hard to deny that.
Yeah, you look at the division, Andy Reid, Sean
He's going to bring Corum to LA too, by the way. There's no way he keeps Eckler as the number one back. They're going to get a legitimate running back right now. No, and I'm not saying Corum is. They might go get another one, but Corum or some type of – he's going to find his Corum in LA. That's going to turn into a run first team, I bet.
Yeah, and they're going to bring Jesse – I'm assuming he's going to bring Jesse Minter. I think that's a given. Like, I think Jesse Minter goes with Jim. I just do. I think he's his DC. I would say book it. I'm confident because that's an NFL-level defensive coordinator. He obviously coached with the Ravens. Now he has an opportunity to become a defensive coordinator at the NFL level. He'd be a perfect fit. Now, OC, and this, and I let me see who commented this. I think it was Easy. Let me just mention. This is a great comment. I want to see who his OC will be. That I'm curious about too.
I'm surprised Kellen left, man. That's the one where I was like, everybody's like, Ben's going to LA. I was like, no, they're going to do Kellen Moore. I'm surprised he dipped out of there, especially, if I'm Kellen, I'm trying to hit up Jim. I'll be like, hey, let me be here one more season. But they're definitely going to bring somebody in because I don't think Kellen fits what Jim does whatsoever.